Hi everyone, welcome to YouTube classes. In today's class, we are going to learn the questions which are asked in NET examination December 2013. Let's look at the question number 1. While delivering lecture, if there is some disturbance in the class, a teacher should keep quiet for a while and then continue, punish those causing disturbance, motivate to teach those causing disturbance, and not bother of what is happening in the class. Here the right answer is motivate to teach those causing disturbance. Question number 2. Effective teaching is a function of teachers making students learn and understand. The right one is C. The most appropriate meaning of learning is modification of behavior. And arrange the following teaching process in order. There they have given 4 options. Relate the present knowledge with previous one, evaluation, reteaching, formulating instructional objectives, and presentation of instructional materials. Here the right one is option D, that is formulating instructional objectives, relate the present knowledge with the previous one, and presentation of instructional materials, and evaluation, and at last reteaching. Here CET stands for Central Institute for Education Technology. That is option C. Teachers' role at higher education is, that is B, promote self-learning in students. The Western School of Understanding was popularized by, here they have again 4 options. They have given the right one is German social scientists. Then questions which are asked in 2013 September examination of NET. The first question is, a good teacher must be resourceful and autocratic, resourceful and participative, resourceful and authoritative, resourceful and dominant. Here the right one is option B, that is resourceful and participative. Which one of the following is the best method of teaching? Lecture method, discussion method, demonstration method, and question answer method. Here the right one is option C, that is demonstration method. Successful communication in classroom teaching is circular, reciprocal, directional, influential. Here the right answer is option B, that is reciprocal. Which one of the following types of evaluation assesses the learning progress to provide continuous feedback to both teachers and students during instruction? The option A, placement evaluation, formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, and summative evaluation. The right one is option B, that is formative evaluation. Okay. Which one of the following is a scaled down teaching situation? Macro teaching, team teaching, cooperative teaching, micro teaching. Here the right option is option D, that is micro teaching. CLASS stands for Complete Literacy and Studies in Schools, Computer Literates and Students in Schools, Computer Literacy and Studies in Schools, then Center for Literacy and Studies in Schools. Here the right option is option C, that is Computer Literacy and Studied in Schools. Then the questions based on UGC NET examination 2013 June. The blackboard can be utilized best by a teacher for putting the matter of teaching in black and white, making the students attentive, writing the important and notable points, highlighting the teacher himself. The right one is option C, that is writing the important and notable points on the blackboard. Nowadays, the most effective mode of learning is self-study, face-to-face learning, e-learning, blended learning. Here, the right one is e-learning, that is electronic learning. Option C is the right one. At the primary school size, most of the teachers should be women because they can teach children better than men. No basic content better than men, are available on lower salaries, can deal with children with love and affection. Here the right one is option D, that is deal with children love and affection. Which one is the highest order of learning? Chain learning, problem solving learning, stimulus response learning, conditional reflex learning. The right one is option D, that is conditioned reflex learning. A person can enjoy teaching as a profession when he has control over the students, commands respect from students, is more qualified than his colleagues, is very close to higher authorities. The right one is option B, that is commands respect from students. A diagram speaks more than 1,000 words. The statement means that the teacher should use diagrams in teaching, speak more and more in the class, use teaching aids in the class, do not speak too much in the class. Here the right option is, that is option C, use more and more number of teaching aids in the class. The question based on UGC 2012 December examination. For an efficient and durable learning, learners should have ability to learn only, requisite level of motivation only, opportunities to learn only, desired level of ability and motivation. Here the right answer is option D, that is the desired level of ability and motivation you can bring among the students. The classroom communication must be teacher-centric, student-centric, general-centric or textbook-centric. Here it is student-centric. The best method of teaching is to impart information, ask students to read books, suggest good reference material, initiate a discussion and participate in it. Here the right option is option D, that is initiate a discussion and participate in it. Interaction inside the classroom should generate argument, information, ideas, controversy. Here the right option is option C, that is ideas. When you give more and more a chance, when you do the more interaction, so that you will get the more and more new ideas from the students. Spare the rod and spoil the child gives the message that punishment in the class should be banned, corporal punishment is not acceptable, undesirable behavior must be punished, children should be beaten with rods. No, here the right option is the undesirable behavior must be punished. Okay, option C. And the type of communication that teacher has in the classroom is termed as interpersonal, mass communication, group communication, face-to-face communication. Here's the right one is option D. You should have a face-to-face communication. And the questions based on NET examination 2012 June. If you get an opportunity to teach a visually challenged student along with normal students, what type of treatment would you like to give him in the class? Here the right answer is answer D, that is arrange a seat in front of row and try to teach at a pace convenient to him. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a good achievement test? Reliability, objectivity, ambiguity, and validity. Here the option is option C, that is ambiguity. Means we should not give more chance for interaction, interpretation or meaning or explanation. It should be very objective. Okay, and which of the following does not belong to a projected aid? Overhead projector, blackboard, epidescope, slide projector. Here the right one is the blackboard. For a teacher, which of the following methods should be correct for writing on the blackboard? Writing fast as clearly as possible, writing the matter first and then asking students to read it, asking a question to students and then writing the answer as stated by them, writing the important points as clearly as possible. Here the right answer is D, that is writing the important points as clearly as possible. And a teacher can be successful if he or she helps students in becoming better citizens, imparts subject knowledge to students, prepares students to pass the examination, and presents the subject matter in a well-organized manner. Here the right option is, that is option C, that is prepare students to pass the examination. The dynamic approach to teaching means teaching should be forceful and effective. Teacher should be energetic and dynamic. The topics of teaching should not be static but dynamic. The student should be required to learn through activities. Here the right option is option C, that is the topics of teaching should not be static but dynamic. Then questions based on 2011 December NET examination. By which of the following methods a true evaluation of students is possible? Evaluation at the end of the course, evaluation twice in a year, continuous evaluation, or formative evaluation. The right one is option C, that is continuous evaluation. And suppose a student wants to share his problems with his teacher and he visits the teacher's house for the purpose. The teacher should contact the student's parents and solve his problem, suggest him that he should never visit his house, suggest him to meet the principal and solve the problem, extend a reasonable help and boost his morale. Here again the right one is option D, that is extend a reasonable help and boost his moral level. When some students are deliberately attempting to disturb the discipline of the class by making mischief, what will be your role as a teacher? Expelling those students, isolate those students, reform the group with your authority, giving them an opportunity for an introspection to improve their behavior. Here option D is the right one. And which of the following belongs to a projected aid? Blackboard, diorama, epidioscope, globe. Here the right one is option C, that is epidioscope, that projects images onto a screen. And a teacher is said to be fluent in asking questions if he can ask meaningful questions, as many questions as possible, maximum number of questions in a fixed time, many meaningful questions in a fixed time. The right answer is option A, that is meaningful questions. Which of the following qualities is most essential for a teacher? He should be a learned person, he should be a well-addressed person, he should have patience, he should be an expert in his subject. Here option C, he should have patience. Question based on NET examination 2011. For maintaining an effective discipline in the class, a teacher should allow students to do what they like, deal with the students strictly, give the students some problem to solve, deal with them politely and firmly. Here option D is the right one. An effective teaching aid is one which is colorful and good looking, activates all faculties, is visible to all students, easy to prepare and use. The right one is option B, that it activates all faculties. Those teachers are popular among the students who develop intimacy with them, help them solve the problems, avoid good grades, take classes and extra tuition fee. No, the right one is option B, that is help them to solve their problems. The essence of an effective classroom environment is variety of teaching aids, lively student-teacher interaction, pin drop silence, strict discipline. Here the right option is option B, that is a lively student-teacher interaction. At the first day of his class, if a teacher is asked by the students to introduce himself, he should ask them to meet after the class, tell them about himself in brief, ignore the demand and start teaching, scold the student for his unwanted demand. Here the right one is option B, tell them about himself in brief. The moral values can be effectively inculcated among the students when the teacher frequently talks about values, himself practices them, tells stories of great persons, talks of gods and goddesses. Here option B is the right one. Himself practices them. Okay. This is how these are the questions which are asked in NET and CET examination in 2013 to 11. I hope that I tried my level best to reach you. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Till then, thank you. Take care.